Peace, love, and happiness. Welcome to the one. I'm your host, Occult Kafrael. We have a great show in store for you tonight. Revolutionary Ink. Somebody that has taught me personally, whether he knows it or not. He's taught me some things that I didn't know. He's helped to supplement some of my education and put some things together and tie some pieces of the puzzle together. He's on the line, and I'm excited. Before we get to our guest, I want to read a couple lines of truth from this brother's YouTube site. It says, the truth passes through 3 stages. 1, it is ridiculed. 2, it is violently opposed. 3, it is accepted as self-evident. The truth passes through 3 stages: ridiculed, violently opposed, and then it becomes self-evident. So, without any further ado, without any ridicule or without any violent opposition, I'd like to give a warm welcome to the self-evident truth that is Revolutionary Ink. Welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
Peace, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you good.
I'm really feeling the internet, and the internet has allowed me to meet some amazing people. You being in the forefront of that. Can you just to get right off the bat and get this thing moving, can you kind of like maybe explain your overall mission to the listeners? Because from my point of view, it seems like you got a lot of good things going on. Besides just the YouTube, which has close to 4 million views. I don't know how in the hell you do that. I mean, how do you get 4 million views on your YouTube? I could see if you were stupid. Like a lot of the people who just do videos about makeup, or they might do videos about booty shaking, or this stupid stuff like fail blogs has millions of hits, or Miley Cyrus. But somebody who's highly intelligent like you usually don't see a lot of views like that. How do you get 4 million views on your YouTube?
Well, I appreciate you for calling me intelligent and whatnot, but as far as the views. I'm not really sure. I do what I do. I put out, what I put out, find different information, and I just pretty much share it. I'm no different. Well, I'm no different from anybody else, but I guess people just see the information or whatnot, and people that enjoy it or enjoy, at least hearing the perspective and the different information I put out, they gravitate towards it. But I will say that I do have 4 million views. But that's because, the information, and especially in the history videos, is kind of controversial. So, maybe half of those 4 million views are from people that are open to hearing the information, and probably the other half is from people that, want to diss it or, have a problem with it. But, it's all good anyway.
Maybe some of the people that look at your videos, maybe it's just time. Maybe it's just time for this information to come out. Maybe it's just time to find out who we are, And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, speaking of great quotes about the truth passing through 3 stages, there's also another quote, and I don't even know where I heard this from, but it says that you cannot stop an idea whose time has come.
I hear that.
That has something to do with your success.
Well, I don't really see it as my success. I just see it as success for all of us, as far as finally realizing and coming to the light of who we truly are, and the different things about our history, our present and our future that we're all learning on the internet and whatnot, and YouTube. So I just appreciate YouTube for being there. I know a lot of people, call it YouTube and, say this kind of program just to watch us and see what we're doing, but, we're making something positive out of it, so.
But we always take lemons and make lemonade anyway, so even no matter if we were oppressed, we would take information and encode it in our songs or whatever we had to do, so.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have like an overall mission statement? Is there a certain thing that you consciously have as a statement or as a mission in your life?
I guess maybe it's not consciously, but I guess I do, I guess, my goal is pretty much just to do whatever I can to, uplift humanity, basically, in any aspect that I can, in my personal life, as far as my career choice and whatnot, it was solely to, uplift people and help people in any kind of way that I can. So on YouTube, that's also what I do. I didn't get on YouTube because I wanted to, show off how much I knew or whatnot, I just wanted to share different things that I was learning, professionally, I'm a teacher, but, all of my life I've been a student as well. So, I'm still learning with the whole thing, and pretty much what I do with the videos is I'm just sharing, what I learn as I learn it. I'm not really trying to, pretend like I'm a, smart guy as far as I know all of this or I know all of that. I just find out things and share it with people, and if people want to hear it, they listen and tune in and whatnot, and if they don't, then, they can keep it moving.
Yeah, we appreciate your humility. It makes it a lot easier to get the information, But you said are you a school teacher?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what kind of grades do you teach?
I teach high school. My degree is from K through 12, but I'm a high school physical education and health teacher. And, I went into that field because, just, a little personal information. I grew up in a single-parent home and whatnot, knew my dad wasn't really around, and, I had a great mom and I grew up fine, but, I knew a lot of other guys, like myself, who were in the same situation and weren't turning out the way that they, could have. So, I just took it upon myself to become a teacher so that I could be in the school, so I could reach those inner city kids, the boys and the girls, but predominantly the boys, because I knew that the boys needed a man in their life. So, I just wanted to be that dude that, at least help or show them a little something. Most of them have moms at home. So, I just wanted to help out a little bit that way. So that's why I chose that path with that. So, little background information. I've taught 2 different states in Alabama and New York, and I've taught overseas in Bermuda. I lived over there for a while. That's where my wife is from. And, that's pretty much my goal in life is, to help the youth.
Hold on, you went to Bermuda and came back? I would have never came back, yo. A lot of this information, are you allowed to go into that in curriculum in school, or are there restrictions? Or because I know I never learned any of this in high school.
No, the information I share on YouTube, for the most part, especially the more controversial stuff, I'm not really allowed to go into it. Curriculums are pretty much like not necessarily totally planned out as far as, say this, say that, say this, say that, but there are, particular guidelines as far as what text you can use, what books you can use, etc. Certain things have to be approved to be used and whatnot. And, as you can guess, certain information, especially like the different information that people like us like to delve into, is not really, taken kindly in the school system. So you could actually get in trouble in school systems if you're introducing the wrong types of books and the wrong types of information. So, so that's one part of the, the little matrix where you have to, fit in with what they're doing and try to, work around it to, reach the kids.
I mean, a lot of people that consider themselves conscious have a story to tell about how they woke up. Do you have, a story to tell? How did you get into all this knowledge? Was it a chain of events that unfolded? Was it an epiphany? Can you go to a certain time when you say that was your defining moment? Or, how did you get into all this information that you know?
Well, actually, I can't really pinpoint like a specific time when, I realized that, some things were different. I feel like all of my life that I've known, I noticed that like I was kind of different than most of the people that I were around, even from when I was a small child, just by the way that I saw things or looked at things or, looked at regular situations. I felt different, and I always had a different perspective, and as I got older, went through high school and college and whatnot, and, pretty much was, just like everybody else, but I just looked at everything just a little bit different. But, as far as like being conscious or the moment when I woke up, I really can't put my finger on it. I actually kind of think like waking up, that kind of, it happens like over a period of time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, because you kind of already are woke, like, from the beginning, like, even if you don't know it, like, for most people that I've talked to, most people say the same thing that I said as far as, like, feeling like you're different or, seeing things differently than other people. So I can't really put my finger on, like, an actual moment. It's just, like, been like an evolution over time, I guess.
What people have influenced you? Like, you brought up relatives. Would there be any lecturers or authors or scholars, historians, or that you would say have been a big influence on you?
Right. Well, when I first, actually started getting familiar with the different lecturers and whatnot, like you said, Bobby Hemmett, I pretty much watch anything of Bobby Hemmett that I can get my hands on. So I've seen, like, I can't have seen them all, but I've seen a lot of them, like everything that's out there that's on YouTube and whatnot. I've seen all of those, and but I take from everybody, like, so, like, I will watch like the Malachi Z. York footage, or any of the lecturers that I see that I feel like they have something that's relevant to say. I'll check them out and hear what they have to say, even if it's someone that may be like kind of far to the left or whatever, or someone people don't really vibe with as much. I'll still check them out and see what they have to say, because I feel like I could pull anything, or I could pull something good from anybody out there. Like, even if they're not conscious, just different things that they might be saying or different perspectives. I could pull. Like, that's why I got on YouTube, just to see people and see what they had to say. Regular people, conscious people, whatever. Like, I didn't even come on looking for conscious people. I just wanted to see and hear what people had to say and learn something from everyone's perspective, so that could teach me how to better deal with people. But, yeah, so as far as influences, like, the same usual lecturers, but more so just the regular people that I know in my life, and seeing, like, how they feel about certain situations, and trying to figure out why they feel the way they do, especially since I will see the situation differently. So, I'm like one of them people that like to try to analyze things, and so I'll try to analyze what they say. And then, like, I watch a lot of movies. I'm a big movie guy, and I've always watched movies and been able to see, different messages in movies that most people would think, oh, you're reaching on that one. And I'm like, no, it's plain as day. Like, can't you hear what they just said? Don't you know what that really means? And, they'll think it's a regular line, and I'm like, that line was so deep, like, you don't even understand it. So, I pretty much pull from everywhere.